Number one, dating while, like I said, if a man doesn't have a problem with being broke and he's dating, this is what I'm saying. If you all were already in a relationship and this man met hard times, that's a whole completely different story than a man getting up off his tush and deciding, oh yeah, now is the time for me to date. I'm broke. If you really think about it, remember I said men and women are very different. If you really think about it, what is he dating for? Towards? What is the goal that he's dating towards? Because one particular lady said, oh, she didn't mind, getting to know this man who was super broke, paying for his meals and taking him out and giving him money to get home. She said she didn't mind doing that because she was, trying to get to know him. To what end? It's like, what's the whole purpose and goal that you all are reaching towards? Okay, you're trying to get to know this man who is completely dead flat broke, trying to date to get where? Into a marriage? Into a what? What is he looking for? He's out there, he can't take care of himself. He can't take care of himself, let alone you, or if any children come out of the situation. So what is the end goal of this dating? Because if the end goal is just vagina, all right, go ahead, pay for all of this stuff for him and give him some vagina. Because the average man is not going to settle down when go look at that video that I did, the top 5 ways to get a man to marry you, or something along those lines. I did a video on it. It has a picture of a woman pulling a man back on a wedding cake. Top 5 ways to get a husband, or something like that. I'll put the link around here. But to what end? The average man is not going to settle down while his finances are not in order. So if he's out there dating, what is it that he's interested in? Really, at the bottom line, what is he going for? Is he trying to become someone's husband or father? And then some of we women, let me put this board away because I need you to look at me when I say this. Some of we women, we wonder, why is it, oh, we got into this situation with this, oh no, we were pregnant, we got these babies over from this man, he's not taking care of the kids. What did the man do before he got the kids to let you know that he was able to take care of children? It's like you went and you had unprotected sex with a man because you saw his potential. But what did he do in that day and age, that day and time, before you decided to crack open your legs unprotected to him? What did he do to demonstrate to you that he had the ability to not only take care of himself, but any offspring? And then we have the nerve to start listening to these people who are ranting and raving on the internet, talking about, oh, you're a gold digger if you want somebody who has a little bit of money. This is what I'm saying. We're the gatekeepers. You're not a gold digger if you are interested in a person who has the ability to take care of himself or offspring that he produced. What is the alternative? To get with a person and be like, okay, I'm going to be a ride or die chick for whom? Bad gamble, baby. Bad gamble. Ride or die chick for a person who hasn't demonstrated that he has the ability to ride or die for himself. It's like, how do you expect for him to take care of an offspring who is half yours? Remember that. Because so many of these men are going around depositing their children all over the place because they're banking on you to be able to take care of those children. Remember, because if this man does not care about himself enough to be able to do the things that he needs to do to make sure that he can eat, that he can take care of himself. Because what you're doing is you're going and you're taking on a burden. You're going and you're taking on a financial burden of taking care of some grown man. Why? Why? Because of the potential of what you think that he's going to be in the future if he goes and changes all of these things. Oh, if only he got educated, if only he got this. And then I'm going to tell you a secret, ladies, because I've interviewed too many men. That whole male ego thing is so problematic. Because what ends up happening is listen, some men, their egos get the best of them. And the woman who saw him the woman who was buying his drawers because he couldn't afford to buy them himself, he doesn't feel like a man to her. Then what ends up happening? Oh, he goes and he finds somebody who never knew that he was in that state, that he can go and be an unblemished man in front of, so that he never has to think about in his mind, in his ego, the whole time that he went, that he couldn't afford to buy his own drawers and you were buying them. In your mind, you're like, oh, I've proven that I'm a ride or die chick. And in his mind, he's like, oh, she's seen me at my worst. She's seen me at my worst. I need to start all over again. Listen, don't tell me it doesn't happen. There will be men who will be out there who will be like, yeah, she had my back when I had nothing. And there'll be those other ones who'll be like, I can't really look her in the eyes. My penis, I don't feel like a man in front of her. She's buying my underwear. You know what? There's so much. Oh, goodness. There's so much that we can talk about on that. Whew, what part was I up to? This is what I'm saying, ladies. It doesn't make you a gold digger to want to be with a man who can take care of himself, because if he can't take care of himself, that means that you will have to. I talked about this on Twitter. Girls, listen, you have no idea. You're talking about you gonna buy some man's food. You have no idea how much a man eats. You have no idea how much a big grown man can eat. Especially these men out here working out. Because it seems like the less developed some of their minds are, the more developed they make their bodies. And once they start working out, Lord have mercy. Please. I've seen some grown men eat. Even some growing ones. God, they could put away some food. Girls, let me tell you something. My groceries, me alone as a single person, I spend $400 a month on my organic groceries. Please, we got so much to talk about. But then you talk about increasing, doubling, even tripling your monthly expenses, all for what? So that you can say that you have some warm body around, so that now you're supporting another human being who's not contributing to your household, only weighing in as a burden. How is that going to make you feel like a woman? That you're having sex with someone who's playing the son role in your life, that when it's time to make moves, you can't make the type of moves that you could make without him, that he's just some anchor dragging you down until he lifts himself up and then go find somebody else who never saw him in the stages where he had holy underwears, where you had to buy his drawers. Ugh.
Hey Knockout, click the subscribe button now to learn to love yourself more fully with free videos every week from your big sister, TonyaTko.
The 5 easiest ways to catch a husband. So listen, let's get right into today's video. Number 1, there are many women out there who are under the impression that men don't want to get married. And this is a very, very false impression. Men do want relationships and men do want to settle down, but there are certain times in a man's life where you have to catch him. And I'm going to give you the 5 easiest ways, the 5 best times to pounce upon that man and shackle his ankle. No, okay, I'm just joking.